so I graduated in 42 and went into the service right away. Well, I served and I was inducted there and through Lafayette, Louisiana. I wound up in Alexandria, Louisiana, in the camp there, and then I was transferred to a center in Abilene, Texas, where they just grabbed a handful of us and sent us to Abilene, Texas, and made medics out of us. And so with that, we were trained in Abilene, Texas, and it was really harsh conditions there. We were training with, as medics, we were training with the Army and everything. And then from that, when we graduated, we went through, I was stationed in Pennsylvania and New York, and I think it was Camp Reynolds in Pennsylvania and Camp Shanks in New York. And then I was sent overseas, and when we embarked on Aquitania, was the sister city ship to the Lusitania, and on the Aquitania was we left New York and went in and across the Atlantic, and when we landed in Scotland, Greenock, Scotland, and I spent time in Scotland there, and then was transferred to England. And while in England, several areas we were transferred in and training and all that in England. And I guess we were attached to the 116th Infantry 29th Division, and we were the 104th Medical Battalion, but we were attached to the infantry. So we trained and went through Scotland and England and then when they were ready to make the invasion, we were shipped out with the 29th Division, the 116th Infantry there, and we landed on D-Day on Omaha Beach, on Dog Red on Omaha Beach, on that beach there. And to our right was the 1st Armored Division and the 1st Division, Infantry Division, and I think our left was the 4th, but we were, the Omaha Beach was the most active beach, and all the others didn't have that. We were just having casualties, about 1,000 a day. And we had a hard time going in, and I made it through that, but probably 80% of the infantry and the people were either killed or wounded in the first 8 hours or so. But I made it through that and went on in France some more, and through towns like St. Lo, and these people can relate to that. And I was served as a medical aid, called an aid man, a medical attendant, and right in combat. And I was wounded, and we were on our way to liberate Brest, France, and I was wounded, and my wounds were a shell hit a tree, and I was under the tree, and the fragment. I still carry a lot of metal in both of my legs. So I went back to England, and they patched me up, and they sent me back out again. And later on, we went in and we liberated Brest, and we were back on our way to coming out, and I was wounded again the second time, and it was my arm, hands, and again my legs, and when I was a mortar shell that fell close to me there, and when I got up, they machine gunned me, but I was lucky. It was the machine gun through the leg, but it was armor-piercing bullet, and it went right through and lucky they didn't hit any bone, but it went right through the flesh, and made it so I was in a hospital in France and England, and I was shipped on back to the States here, and Holland General Hospital in New York, and then hospital, a surgery hospital in Mississippi, Louisiana, and I wound up in a hospital here in Norrington, where the University Mall is right now. There used to be Army Hospital. That's where I wound up then, and had I think it's about 14 operations here to patch me or everything else that they could find. So I was discharged, and